Did you know that the world of high-end fashion is not just about fabrics and designs, but also fascinating stories of innovation, legacy, and jaw-dropping price tags? Today, we're diving headfirst into the captivating universe of high-end fashion. We're not just talking about fabrics and runways. We're peeling back the layers of opulence to reveal the most expensive fashion brands that have left an indelible mark on the world of style. Number 10. Chanel. This fashion brand is synonymous with luxury, sophistication, and timeless elegance. It was founded by Gabrielle Coco Chanel in 1909, and since then, it has become one of the most iconic and influential names in the fashion industry. Coco Chanel's journey is nothing short of epic and legendary, which is what the brand is too. Chanel was one of the very first revolutionaries who believed that luxury has to be comfortable, otherwise it is not really luxury. The brand to this day continues to be at the forefront of luxury and premium brands for not just apparel but accessories too. Chanel's brand value is a whopping $7 billion owned by the grandsons of Pierre Wertheimer, who was the earliest business partner with Coco Chanel, while Karl Lagerfeld continues to be the creative director for over 3 decades now. Number 9. Burberry. It has been around for over a century and is probably the oldest fashion brand in the world. Thomas Burberry started his store in 1856 in Basingstoke, England, and slowly blurred boundaries. The latest additions to the brand are Burberry London and Burberry Prorsum. The signature checkered khaki and plaid jacket is the first thing we relate to when we say Burberry. It was designed for the military and then gained popularity amongst civilians too. The design went on to become such a hit that it's now part of every single piece of trendy apparel and accessory in one way or another. With an estimated brand worth $3.4 billion, only their customers understand what Burberry is. Number 8. Hermes. Hermes as a brand has been around for over 200 years now. They first started in the 18th century as a label making leather harnesses, saddles, etc., and then slowly ventured into retail after Charles-Émile Hermes took charge. Adolphe and Émile Maurice then took over from their father Hermes and got into the business of making clothes for men, women, and children. Hermes is the epitome of sophistication and class with everything they make, be it bags, shoes, perfumes, apparel, or even interiors for the house. Just like a lot of other companies, Hermes saw their share of ups and downs in business. However, they weathered all storms and continued to be a sought-after, sophisticated premium brand, serving the elite. With a revenue of $5 billion, Hermes has come a long way. And that is why they say that you don't create a multi-billion-dollar empire overnight. Number 7. Prada. Miuccia Prada, born in 1949, a PhD student in political science, and a former member and activist in Italy's Communist Party, is the current owner of Prada. She was the most unassuming heir of Mario Prada's elite brand, Prada, that he started in the year 1913. Miuccia took over Prada in the year 1978, when her male cousin, who according to her grandfather, was expected to take over, had no interest in fashion or design. Mario Prada never believed in women in general, taking up higher positions, or never considered that either of his other female grandchildren was capable of doing it. Prada gained popularity even before this collection took off, when she introduced luxury nylon handbags and backpacks without the big choking logos taking over the design elements, which was the scene with premium brands back then. Prada eventually went public in Hong Kong and slowly opened stores worldwide. The company's net worth is an estimated $2.4 billion and continues to be one of the most sought-after swanky clothing brands across the world. Number 6. Gucci. Gucci first started Gucci in the 19th century. it is considered to be the most successful Italian brand in the world right now. Lucio, who worked in Paris as an immigrant hotel worker, was fascinated with the premium handbags leather handbags customers would bring, and envisioned a business model based on the idea. He then went back to Florence, his hometown, and started Gucci during the Second World War. His sons joined him later and helped him expand business in Milan, Rome, etc. Gucci's symbol got them a lot of attention, and Hollywood stars flying out of Italy started posing with these bags. That is how they penetrated into the US market slowly. Gucci then opened their first store in New York in 1956, and eventually in the other big cities in the United States. Don Mello took over the company in 1989 after the company went through turbulent times with the passing of Gucci Mello. He got Tom Ford on board as the creative director to up their apparel and accessories game. Gucci went on to sign a lot of partnerships and contractual deals with other big Italian and American brands. According to Forbes, Gucci is the 38th most valued lavish brand in the world, with a brand value of $12.4 billion and sales close to $5 billion. And this speaks for itself. Number 5. Dior. Christian Dior, famously known as Dior, started as a premium brand designing haute couture for women in 1946. They later expanded into Baby Dior for children, and Dior Homme for men. Dior was one of the very first brands to present their full-fledged collection at their residence, which was also their flagship store on 30 Avenue Montaigne, Paris. He presented his collections named Corot and Cuy with 90 different looks, which were soon called New Looks by Harper's Bazaar. In 1947, Dior got into manufacturing perfumes, with their first one named after his sister, Miss Dior. Christian Dior soon hit the American markets and expanded their brand into other segments like makeup, perfumes, accessories, and of course remain top contenders in the ready-to-wear and haute couture segments with an estimated brand value of $43 billion. Number 4. Dolce & Gabbana. Dolce & Gabbana is relatively new when compared to the other big old names in the luxury brands. It started in the year 1985 by Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana and was steadfast in gaining popularity. They went on to tie up with a firm in Japan to launch their collections who exported clothes to the USA, and that eventually catapulted them into the American company. Dolce & Gabbana started knitwear collections in 1987, and 2 separate lines of lingerie and swimwear, which were a big hit too. Their clothes were a big hit amongst Hollywood actresses, and wearing this label was considered a status symbol. They eventually got into making perfumes and succeeded by launching some of the best fragrances out there. Dolce & Gabbana's revenue, worth $1.4 billion, speaks volumes about the brand. Number 3. Ralph Lauren. From serving the army to becoming a salesman, and now part of the world's richest men list, Ralph Lauren had a lot of firsts associated with his name. Soon after quitting his job in the army, Ralph Lauren joined the Brooks Brothers as a salesman and became the best of their lot. This evoked an interest in him, who then went on to make ties for men. He convinced the management to let him open his own line. Ralph Lauren then launched his corporation in 1971 with a polo emblem and launched collared t-shirts with a logo near the chest, which to date are a rage. Lauren opened other labels like Ralph Lauren Black, Ralph Lauren Polo, etc. They are into perfumes, accessories, men and women's luxury, plus ready-to-wear segments. Ralph Lauren is also a hot favorite on the red carpet, and his famous costumes for the cast of the movie The Great Gatsby. The corporation's net value is estimated at a whopping $5 billion as we speak. Number 2. Versace. Gianni Versace is an Italian who comes from a family of designers. His introduction to fashion happened quite early because of his mother who was into the dressmaking business. Fashion and designing clothes came to him inherently as he started working for his mother right after high school. Versace launched his first couture collection in 1989 and subsequently 2 other labels called Versace and Instant. He was also the very first designer who understood the importance of a Hollywood star or supermodel presenting collections. They slowly moved into accessories, perfumes, swimwear, etc., and built a ritzy empire worth $800 million in less than a decade. Ironically, Versace was murdered by a serial killer in 1997 right outside his house in South Beach, Florida. His sister took over the reins of Versace ever since, and the brand has been nothing but unstoppable, with a brand value of $5.8 billion. Number 1. Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton Melatier, commonly known as Louis Vuitton, is a French luxury fashion house and company founded in 1854 by Louis Vuitton. The label's LV monogram appears on most of its products, ranging from luxury bags and luxury goods to ready-to-wear, shoes, perfumes, watches, jewelry, accessories, sunglasses, and books. Louis Vuitton is one of the world's leading international fashion houses. It sells its products through standalone boutiques, leased departments in high-end departmental stores, and through the e-commerce section of its website. For 6 consecutive years, from 2006 to 2012, Louis Vuitton was named the world's most valuable luxury brand. Its 2012 valuation was $25.9 billion. In 2013, the valuation of the brand was $28.4 billion, with a revenue of $9.4 billion. The company operates in 50 countries with more than 460 stores worldwide. If you liked our content and would like to see more of these amazing luxuries, please like the video and subscribe to our channel so you can be notified of our next epic video.